I'm standing here at Cudgegong Waters Park, Windamere Dam, and as people will know that have been watching my videos, I've been to Burrendong Dam. Certainly it was important, I thought, to come over here and get a look at Windamere Dam. So I've got Deidre, and Deidre and Mark have got the contract to actually manage this park, to run this park. You've got the tender with council. So this is your business.
Yes, It is our small family-run business.
Which is a different model to the way Reflections have run the other parts on Burrendong. So that's interesting that it's different there for a start.
Yes, it is. So we don't have any corporations behind us. We're just a small family-run business.
Yeah, and what I love about that is that passion there as well. And,
Yes.
and you're certainly invested in this area. You've come out here for a long time as a kid with your dad, and you've been fishing here, you've been skiing here, and Mark, your husband's the same. That he's obviously been out here skiing and fishing. So that passion you bring to what you've actually got here.
Yes, I've been coming out here ever since I was 13.
Right.
So that's a bit over 20 years now. I came out here just going into high school, skiing and fishing with my dad, and now that's just kept going.
Yeah. So at the moment we're standing in an area that would often be underwater.
Yes.
The Windamere is not in quite as bad a shape as Burrendong, so that's about 36% we're looking at there behind us at the moment.
Yeah, we're still in a good shape. We've still got a body of water here. It has dropped since New Year's, so it has come down quite a lot since they've been doing this bulk water transfer. It would be a lot lower. We have had some good rain. Last week we got 150 mils over 2 days.
Wow.
This week we've had, I think we've had just shy of 80 mils. So yeah, we're in a good position, but yeah, it's scary to think if the way that the Water New South Wales are going, what sort of state we'll be in by the end of the year.
Yeah, and obviously there's a whole range of issues there, but from your perspective, when you haven't got water here, then the business suffers. People don't come and visit a park on the dam when there's not water there.
Yes, that's it. And it's a lot of stressful nights for us, because as a small family-run business, if we don't have people here, then we don't have any money in the bank.
Yeah.
We've been here now 2.5 years. We've done big upgrades. We've put in a new playground area. We've tried to get the park back up to scratch and really bring it back into the 21st century, and there's a lot more still to go, but unfortunately we do need the people to come through the park to be able to get those infrastructures going.
Yeah. And it looks like you're doing a good job here, and I looked at the new playground there, and council's been quite supportive in some of those areas where they've put playground. You've got some facilities you've added in there, but there's probably a bit more you'd like to see done here as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see a camp kitchen over the next 12 months, over the next in our business plan, over the next 5 years, new cabins. So yeah, there is a lot that's going to improve over the next 5 years. We just need people out here to help us with getting that sort of stuff going.
Yeah, and let's touch on a really touchy subject at the moment. Let's talk about water briefly. You did talk about some bulk water transfers that are happening at the moment, but your opinion in general about the way water is managed at the moment in terms of Windamere and Burrendong and just general water management, do you have some thoughts on that?
It is it's looking all over the state. When you look at Keep It at the moment and Split Rock, that's very scary that they've drained those lakes down to the bare minimum. Burrendong, they're doing that too at the moment. We're sitting at 10%. 2 years ago, that was spilling. So what has happened? It's obviously been over allocated. So in 2 years' time, how could a dam that holds that much water and spilling be down to 10% now? It's just mind-boggling that amount of water should last, you would think, at least 7 to 10 years. I don't want us and Burrendong to be in the state that Split Rock and Keep It are in, or even what happening at Menindee at the moment. We are on a high alert for blue-green algae at the moment, so that is because of the bulk water transfer and the weather at the moment. What we don't want there now to happen from this red alert is fish kills that start happening, because that is why Menindee is going through that at the moment, because blue-green algae has been high. We're starting to see that here already, and so they need to start working on why is that happening here, and maybe start putting some things into place now instead of in a few months' time when the fish kills already happened.
Yeah, and that certainly is an issue here. Blue-green algae for Windamere being a smaller body of water than say Burrendong, and potential for staying stagnant. So that's something that you probably don't feel there's been enough attention paid to that either.
Yes, I feel like we're being left alone. So I know that they've put aerators in some areas where there is high blue-green algae. We're in a high red alert at the moment, but yet nobody's been out here to have a look at the situation, why it's going, and maybe start thinking about a plan from now, an action plan.
Yeah, and obviously keeping the water as high as possible is really important. As you say, now you're at a reasonable level, and you can see and hear in the background there some people out there. I don't know if they're skiing or trying to ski, but there's action in there on the water, which is what you want to see when you're at a water park.
Yes, that's it. it's great to see, especially long weekend coming up. You know, you want people on the dam, you want them skiing, but of course that high alert on blue-green algae does put those cautions in place. It does say for people not to enter the water. It is at their own risk. It is great to see people still are out here, but yeah, it does put that potential risk there.
Yeah, and you've got, like the other areas on Burrendong, you've got cabins here, you've got people that live here semi-permanently, maximum 180 days obviously. You've got people who own cabins here that come and visit, a whole range of different activities that aren't just involving skiing there. You've got obviously fishing as well, but do people come and spend some time here, maybe just riding mountain bikes or bushwalking around the area as well?
Yeah, that's a good thing about this area is you've got Louis motocross track as well. We do get a lot of motorbike cycle riders that go to Louis. They stay here, camp here, and then they take their kids out there motorbike riding. Or you've got Dun Swamp that's not far away, so they'll take their kids out there bushwalking, kayaking out at Dun Swamp. Or this long weekend you've got Candos street machines going as well. So a few people will camp here and will go into town for that. So there is things around the area, or even going into Mudgee as well. They'll go to the wineries. So it is a big tourism place. A lot of people just don't come here and stay here. They will go out and venture out, go and look at other aspects in the region. Over winter we get a lot of photographers.
Oh wow.
Because of the structure in the dam, the fog and all that sort of thing. So, and also you can see the Milky Way, so you can see that from here when it's a good night. So they come out and they photograph the stars, they photograph the dam. So that winter trade's really good.
Right, and this is supposedly people from Sydney, where there's too much smog to be able to see the night sky, and they come out here at a convenient location where they can see the night sky.
This last winter, we would have had about 6 photography groups that came out, and they all come out in groups. So there's roughly about 10 to 20 of them. And because, the sky's so open, they can take photographs of a lot of the landscapes in the dam and up in the sky as well.
Yeah, great. Right, well, look, thank you for showing me around here. We've had a good look around the location. It is important for me to get my head wrapped around it. Water is a huge issue around this electorate and around the entire state, so I need to make sure I've got a good understanding of it, and we've spent a fair bit of time talking about a range of issues. So thanks for your time, Deidre.
No worries, thank you.
Oh, yeah, thanks. So here I am at Cudgegong Waters Park, Windamere Dam, and one of the great facilities they've got here are these pillows, incredibly popular with kids, and I'm not going to go all day, but kids do go on them all day, just about. But the shade cloth that was provided by Midwestern Regional Council here, this was put in by the park operators, and a great partnership between private industry and the council here. I think that'll do me in jumping for the day. I'm looking here at the moment at the old Sydney Road. Before Windamere Dam existed, you would drive along here from Sydney into the village of Cudgegong, which obviously doesn't exist any further. And on the right hand side, if I just come along here a bit further, and I'll just pan around to the right, and you can just see over there the road that used to join up just before the bridge to Candos and Rylstone, so people would come in there and the intersection was just before the bridge. So as we keep going forward here and keep going along towards Windamere Dam itself, then we keep going down here. Now at the moment the dam is at about 36%, and so the bridge is underwater. But if that water gets down around the 15% mark, the bridge, which is beneath the water there now, actually becomes apparent. So we're out over the water now, and I'll just go up a little bit further and we'll do a quick 360 around just to get a bit of an idea. And as we go around, you will see the tree line as to the maximum level that this dam gets to. So when I get up to there, we'll just do a quick little 360, and you can go around here and you can see some areas there. Again, most of that will be underwater, and we go back up towards that section there, you'll see some of the various cabins and some of the infrastructure, the playground, etc. There's the old Sydney Road that I'm sitting on at the moment, which, as I said, isn't used anymore because it would go straight into the water. And as we keep going around there, so remember this is Windamere at about 36%. You can go back there, and again, the village of Cudgegong used to be over there towards the left.